The Federal Reserve has promised not one, not two, but three minimum rate hikes in 2022. Wall Street's behavior, especially with midterm elections on the horizon, will be insane and full of risk. There is only one way to protect yourself. Let's go.
One stacker on a journey to find silver. International Stacker.
Hey everybody, thank you again for joining me on another video where we talk about gold and silver and current events around the world. But please help me fight the algorithm, aka hashtag algo, by hitting the like, gently caressing it, smashing it, whatever you want to do, leaving a comment below. And if that red button down here is red, it means you're not subscribed, which means you need to subscribe or YouTube unsubscribed you. They do that from time to time. Over 70% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed, so please join on. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Gold Mining Incorporated for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get into it. So during times of rate hikes, investors are especially cautious until they see how higher rates impact the stock market and real estate. I've seen a million videos and stories lately on the real estate market and it's in a bubble, etc., etc. But one of the historical factors no one can refute is how gold behaves in time of liftoff of interest rates, right? Interest rates are increasing. It gains, and it gains big time historically when we're talking the value of gold. And look, here's just one of a trillion articles out there. Fed's Waller sees likelihood of multiple half-point interest rate hikes ahead. So guys, when they say 25 basis point, that means 0.25%. When they say 50 basis point, that means 0.5%, okay? Now, when the Federal Reserve raises rates, gold appreciates 100% of the time. At least that's what's happened in history. 100% of the time, gold has appreciated. During the last 5 rate hike cycles, gold averaged nearly 200% in appreciation. So over here in 1972, from 1972 to February to December of 1974, gold soared from $48 an ounce to over $180 an ounce. That's 280% move, okay? If you're looking over here in 77 to 80, gold exploded from 130 an ounce to its iconic $850 an ounce. That was 540%, and I call that one Denny's because, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was a grand slam or a slam dunk, whatever you want to call it. Then if you look over here in 2004 to 2006, gold roared upward nearly 90%, okay? 90% today, and let me take us to the 5-day model here. Today, gold is at $1,985.50. This is the live rate as of April 17th. This video will probably come out on the 18th. A flight to gold will ensue. At least that's what history tells us. If history tells us anything, a flight to gold will ensue as rates go higher, as bubbles collapse, as risk happens, wars happens, global instability, everything going on. Think of the headlines. Think of all the headlines you have heard lately about gold. Have any of you heard about Russia pegging the Russian ruble to gold? Here's one of a trillion articles. Have any of you heard lately about various oil-producing countries starting to make sales in other things than the US dollar? It's called the petrodollar, okay? And back when we made some deals, and we, by I mean the United States, because a lot of you watching are probably not American, but when Americans, the United States made deals in Saudi Arabia, I forget which king that was. King Fahad, I think. They made deals with King Fahad that all sales of oil would be tied to the US dollar, thus essentially pegging the US dollar to oil, thus essentially backing it with something other than gold, okay? But now Saudi Arabia has been in talks with China and Russia, other countries, Brazil and other Eastern Bloc countries and Belarus and these different countries, China, are now making sales not tied to the US dollar. That's a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. The reason we enjoy the prosperity we do in the United States, you can go to any of these stores and get items for cheap, have everything at your fingertips, cheap electronics, is because of these different institutions and relationships around the world, including globalism. And what do I mean by that? Being able to get cheap parts from all different parts of the world and put it together. So as the petrodollar dies, another stake or nail in the coffin, as Mike Maloney from Hidden Secrets of Money would say, happens to the US dollar. Heck, even thieves know how valuable precious metals are. How many stories have you seen lately about catalytic converters going after the platinum and palladium? I don't know if there's golden cat converters. I don't think so. How many of you heard stories? I just saw a story today of a guy stole 3 gold medals from a Paralympian from, I think, his or her car. I forget. I saw another couple stories where people are stealing gold. I have a buddy that owns a coin shop, and he caught a dude stealing gold. Between January 15th and September 23rd of 2016, that was a period of just 8 months. That was one of the last times the Fed was embarking and undertaking a period of tightening. And at the same time, gold rose by nearly 30% in 8 months. Gold rose by 30% in 8 months. You guys, that is amazing. That's better than a lot of stocks even do, okay? And remember, gold and silver, my personal opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, is that it is a hedge against inflation, preserves your buying power, anti-inflationary. I don't consider it an investment, right? However, I do think we're in a time in history where it could have explosive potential, like a lot of stocks or traditional investments would, okay? I don't believe gold will trade for under $2,000 an ounce for much longer. And let's go back here. I do not believe this will happen for much longer. Look, right, 1987, okay? The recent high was 2065. You know what? That almost looks like a teacup formation, a cup and handle formation forming. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. But what I can tell you is traditionally in time of instability, in time of war, in time of instability, there are flights to gold. Flight to gold, and even flight to other commodities, silver, etc. Imagine during, or think about during World War II. We entered World War II near, late in the game, and we were basically selling materials to Europe and all the ally countries, or what are a lot of today, which would be NATO countries, and they're paying us in gold. We were getting all that, all our buying power stacked into gold. We put it in Fort Knox, which was, I guess, protected by a tanker company. Like, that's how serious it was back in the day. And then we did the Bretton Woods because we had all that gold, so everyone pegged their money to ours, and ours was at the time pegged to gold. But then we started rehypothecating it. Then in 1971, was it Nixon, took us off the gold standard because countries got wise to it and knew we had more dollars out than gold to cover. So they started sending in their paper dollars to get physical gold, and that was going to cause a run on gold, and that's when it was suspended, okay? All I can tell you is it's crazy times. Number one thing you should do is, first, do not be buying gold, silver, anything with debt, credit card, etc. Okay? Don't be putting yourself in debt. You need to have a $1,000 emergency fund for any emergency that might rise, like your catalytic converter gets stolen, your insurance won't cover it. 2, physical gold and silver. And then 3, what I'm doing now, the part of my stacking career, is I'm looking for actual true traditional investments. And if I think gold and silver are going to explode more so than they already have, I really do believe that. And you guys, going over here to my stack, and I have not updated this yet. I'm up over 6,000 ounces, so this is about 150 ounces behind, okay? But at this time, I've spent $127,000 on gold and silver, and I've gained over $9,000 off that investment in equity in gold and nearly $40,000 in silver, okay? That's phenomenal. That's excellent. And yeah, you don't gain it until you sell it, I know. But long story short, buying over a long period of time in gold and silver, I do believe it's going to have investment potential, although it's not traditional. Now, I want to take a little time to talk about a company that I recommended to you earlier this year. It's Gold Mining Incorporated. I'm going to touch on Groi too, another company, a gold royalty company. And you guys, I only show you the companies, I only highlight the companies I believe in. I truly believe in, and I'm interested in myself. I'm very selective. So Gold Mining Incorporated, which is GLDG, on New York Stock Exchange, has led gold mining stocks in terms of performance, and they just hit a fresh 52-week high. Since I covered this company back in January, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, the price of this company has gone up over 29% per share. 29%. So I think in today's numbers around $1. Well, it probably says it up here. It's around $1.71 US, I believe, is where we're at. Now, what I can tell you, and you all know when I'm looking at companies, I really like to look at the team. And I can tell you that the management team here are doing a ton of really cool things, including major progress with their Alaskan project. So let's go here to projects. Here it is with their Alaskan project. And you guys, this project here, what they're doing, reminds me of GROY, Gold Royalty Corp, GROY, their mega strategy master plan. And this company is tied into GROY, and I'm going to hit that in a second, which I think is critical. But at this very moment we're talking, Gold Mining Incorporated, their gold resource, if you're looking at the ounces equivalent in the ground, it trades at $2.66 per ounce. The normal average for the industry is $40 to $50 an ounce of what that trades at. Given the portfolio size of Gold Mining Incorporated, and say the market price was at $20 an ounce, half of the more conservative range, the stock could appreciate by 310%. So here's a look here. Back when I first spoke about it, let's go to 1 year ago. I flagged this in the beginning of January. Is it like 133? And now today, yeah, we're at 171. The industry standard currently, again, is 40 to 50 per ounce. And again, this is $2.60 per ounce. And that's why I feel like that this company is a steal, okay? I'm really bullish on this company, but you need to do your own due diligence. Check them out, GLDG. Now, for its 32 million ounces, so this company has the equivalent of 32 million ounces. 16.2 million of those, it's measured and indicated, so measured and indicated category, and then another 16.2 million is inferred based off what they've already done. So the market is currently giving those a value of 84 million, or only $2.60 an ounce. That's 94% below the industry standard of $40 to $50 an ounce. Do you guys see what I'm putting down here? This is a stock that really should be trading at a premium. If you look historically in the last decade of this company, it's had times where it's returned 30x, 10x, 7x, 5x. And the price is right now trading nearly what it was in 2000, let me see, max. So we're here at 171. It was at this in 2016 and near it in 2013. So when you talk inflation, this stock is not caught up with inflation yet. And recently, analysts have tracked this company, and they're setting targets anywhere between $5 to $6. That's a 300% nearly increase. H.C. Wainwright is the one who issued that target, which is crazy. Now, I know a lot of you always want to check my math, so how the heck do I get to $2.60 an ounce for the equivalent? So here's what I do. I take its current market cap, which is around $183 million. You subtract the value of its equity portfolio position in GROY. Ah, yes, what are you talking about? They have a portfolio position in GROY. 20 million shares at $5 a share. It's worth 100 million in GROY. And remember, GROY is a junior gold royalty corporation company, gold royalties. And I'm really bullish on royalties. Historically, if you saw my video recently with Leor Gantz, historically, they have some of the best returns out there. So you minus that, or you subtract that, I should say, and then you look at the enterprise value of 84, you divide that by 32 million. Remember that number, and that's how you get that number. There's no other junior company, and I hate these pop-ups. There's no other junior company that owns an equity position in a royalty company worth 100 million by itself. So that makes me very bullish because I know royalties are pretty safe, and this company has a huge stake in it. There's no other junior company that owns 32 million ounces of gold, and when you're talking hard physical resources. And there's very few gold companies whose price targets issued by institutional analysts imply a 400% upside. 400%. Do your homework on Gold Mining Incorporated. I'm telling you, I'm stomping my foot right now. In 2022, because of numerous standalone, non-repeatable, and unique catalysts, Gold Mining Incorporated could be entering its most historic and significant year yet. Sorry, guys, I'm super hype on this company. The more I look into it, I'm like, I gotta tell people. And you know me, I don't like to share things. I don't even like to share my flips half the time because I don't like sharing risky things. But when you're investing, it can be risky, which is why you need to do your homework. Now, when Gold Mining Incorporated's largest shareholder, you might recognize this name, Amir Adnani. I've had him on this channel several times. When he formulated the idea to purchase gold resources in the ground at the depths of the bear market we were in, he was able to make acquisitions at 10 cents on the dollar. If Gold Mining's management searches for a new project today, it would have to pay 40 to 50 an ounce, which means that buying shares in Gold Mining Incorporated gives one access to gold at 95% discount compared to today's prices. Those are, what, 2011 and 2012 prices? And I can tell you, and I hit this bit earlier, but I'm going to add something to this. Between January 15th and September 23rd of 2016, a period of just 8 months, when the Fed was embarking upon a tightening period in the market, at that same time, gold's price rose by 30%. We spoke about that, but this rose by 700% when the last time that happened. The secret catalyst that nobody can overlook and a lot of people aren't even looped in on is the holdings of 20 million shares of GROY, G-R-O-Y on NYSE, Gold Royalty Corp. I'm really bullish on that company, which is the fastest growing gold royalty corporation in the market. The first time I talked to him, he had like 3 or 4 royalties. Now I forget the number, some astronomical number. I feel like it was like 114. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's phenomenal. So as of today, 20 million shares of GROY is worth around $100 million. It's at about $5 a share. I think it's at like 460, 470. But what I want you to think about, the standpoint that I think about, is that by owning shares of Gold Mining Incorporated, one directly owns shares of GROY, a royalty stock. Okay. In other words, with Gold Mining Incorporated, one is diversified by definition between a portfolio of 32 million ounces of physical gold resources pressed at less than $3 an ounce, and has also leveraged the upside royalty cash flow from GROY. And that's headed by David Garofalo. I can never say his name right, but I've had him on the channel before, who is the former CEO of Gold Royalty Corp. But what do you guys think? Are you as excited as I am about this? Do you guys like this video series when I talk about this type of thing? I've got a lot of real cool videos on my channel where you can catch up on stuff I've been talking to. I do talk about preparing for disasters. I have some good videos coming out soon on CBRN, chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear. It's just about time with everything that's going on in Russia. But let me know in the comments below what you think about GROY, what you think about Gold Mining Incorporated, and if you like these type of videos and what other content you guys would like to see on the channel. You guys, we're on a mission to get to 30,000 subscribers. We're only 1,500 away, but I cannot do it without you. So please smash like, hit a few comments just for the algo, and turn that red button unread and subscribe to the channel. I love y'all. Thank you for joining me on this journey around the world. It's been epic. And check out some of my older videos. I have some classic videos that have 46 plays. Okay, check them out. And I guess I'll say, catch you on the next one. Woo!
One stacker on a journey to find silver.